These days I'm good, these days I'm fine, these days I'd rather pay no mind. Out on the social anxiety, I'm the funny friends I don't need, so I just, that's enough of that. Hello, fellow people of the internet. My name is Nick. I decided to make a video on a whim because I was like, I want coffee, and then there's nobody in the apartment, so I'm like, so here we go. I didn't know what to make a video about, so I asked people, and then nobody responded within like 2 minutes, so I was like, I'm impatient, so now I'm just gonna talk about pipe dreams because it's right around the corner, and by the time you're seeing this, it might already be out. So if it is out, you should go get it right now on Bandcamp, and I think it'll be on also Apple Music and Amazon and Google Play and on Spotify, so you can do that, or you can buy it on Bandcamp, and it's only like $2. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, so I just wanted to talk about pipe dreams today because it's out and I'm really excited about it. And okay, so first of all, I just wanted to explain, I didn't plan out this video at all, as per normal, so let's see how good it turns out. So pipe dreams, it's been a long time in the making. In like, I think actually the first song I wrote for it was I almost had Set It Off. It's called Set Me Free. And I wrote it when I was 14, freshman year of high school. It's changed meanings a bunch of times, but it was the first song I ever wrote by myself, and I felt like it needed to be included. And it was my first attempt at writing a song too, and I just like completed the song. It's not perfect. That's another thing. Pipe dreams, the intent was not to be perfect because that's what caused a bunch of stuff that I'll explain later. But the intent was not to be perfect because otherwise I'd never finish it. So yes, Set Me Free. If I ever want to like do it properly, I'd have to re-release it, and I would probably change the structure of the song. I would change probably a lot because it's very simple. It's obviously the first thing I've ever written, so I would change several things about it first. And I kind of wanted to for now, but like that would possibly mean either cutting it from the EP or extending the amount of time until I released it, and I just didn't trust that, so I just thought I'll do it how I originally wrote it and release it like that. So that's what we have for Set Me Free. Yeah, all of the songs are related to mental illness things. So Set Me Free was the first one I wrote for it back in, yeah, it must have been 2014. It was freshman year of high school. It came out of a really stressful time in my life, and like the first time that like depression got like really bad for me, and like the following summer was like the worst I have ever been probably. So there's that. And after Set Me Free, I started writing a bunch of music because I was like, wow, I just realized I can write music and it's kind of good, and it's what I want to do with my life. So I started trying to write a lot, and it worked for a while. And I wrote a whole bunch of songs. Not a whole bunch, but like, I started kind of getting good at it. I guess the next song that started after that was Demons, which came like during the middle of me being completely obsessed with Cinematics by Set It Off. I love Set It Off. And it was like the second night in a row of me like listening to it and just being like, holy shit. So, or something like that. I don't know. It was really early on in me liking Set It Off. So, yeah, I wrote that one. I started it with just the intro. And then I didn't touch it again for like another 3 months, and then I figured out the chorus, which of course is in like a 3/4 time, and like, I don't know, Demons is really cool. I know a lot of artists tend to not like explain what things are about, but I just kind of wanted to to say what it kind of means to me. Like, the music can mean whatever it means to you, but for me, the place that, especially Demons and Choke and a Joke, the place that those came out of was me being in a very toxic friendship, and me blaming myself for the things that that friend was going through at the time. So Demons was in the middle of me absolutely despising myself. Like, self-loathing was the worst it had ever been. Like, I thought I was evil. I thought I was evil and I shouldn't have friends because I'm evil. It's about thinking you're evil and thinking that you destroy everything you touch because of depression. And then, yeah, that was the second one I wrote. And you can definitely hear the Set It Off influence because of how dark it is, first of all, and then second of all, the like cinematics. It's like full of like violin and orchestral arrangements in it. So I added that in the chorus. I don't know how well you can hear it because I'm literally using MIDI instruments. Like I'm using MIDI sound effects from Guitar Pro basically for that, and it's in the background. I don't know how well you can hear it. I tried to make it clear, but I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to like editing music. So I tried my best. Yeah, I don't know anything about producing music. I don't know about mixing or anything. I just got a little bit of tips from like my dad and then just kind of heard what sounded best. And that was it. So that's me doing my best, I guess. So next after that was Choke on a Joke. I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory. It comes from the same place of self-hatred and feeling like you have the blame for someone else's pain. It's all a big metaphor, you know. But what I really want to talk about is, and you can hear, you can totally hear it's self-blame when you hear Dissolve, the last track, which is the most recent one. I believe. That one was written in spring of 2016, kind of. I remember writing it. I was sitting in a practice room, in the choir room during like lunch or something, and I was just playing around with my guitar, and I just came up with that little riff, and then I recorded it on my crappy phone, and I have a crappy audio recording of it. It sounds like super lo-fi, and I was like, this is good. So there was that, and then the lyrics of it, I think I wrote also my freshman year of high school. The first verse is from there, and then I edited it. And added the second and third like stanza, I guess. When I realized I wanted it to be a song, because it was originally just a poem, which I think it's somewhere on my blog way back. If I find it, I'll put a link at the bottom of the post, in the description. I'll put a link in the description. That's where all the links are. So yeah, it originally came from a poem, and you can kind of see like, I feel like that's the last. I feel like a lot of bands put their ballads at the end of their like albums and stuff, but like that's where it felt right, I guess. So I put it at the end, and then it also just kind of ties everything together, I feel like. So yeah. If you have other questions about it, you can always ask me on Tumblr. If you have any other questions about Pipe Dreams. And moving into the future, first of all, if I want to continue doing music, I need a band. Because something about writing music, I cannot do it alone anymore, because during high school I just had this decline of how much I was writing music. Like when I started writing, I was like really good at it, and I just kept doing it, and I was like, wow, I'm really good at this. So I started comparing myself with other people, and I started being too hard on myself, and now I can't do it anymore. Because every time I would try to write, it would just get worse and worse, and I would hate myself more. So I can't be alone. So one, if you want to start a band with me and you live in like the general extended LA area, I'm not gonna disclose where I am right now. But if you're like in the general SoCal area, you can contact me, and if you're like very serious about starting a band. And then second of all, I have plans for writing more music. I just haven't written music in a very long time, and I'm nervous to start again because things got very dark for me when I kept trying to write music, and then I wouldn't reach my own set of expectations. So I'm scared to start again. I took like a several year break from writing music, and I should probably start again. And I'm scared, but I know what I want to do. I have plans for the future. I don't know what I'm doing in college. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing in college. I don't know how I want to pursue music in the future, but I'm trying to figure that out. Excited. If Pipe Dreams starts doing like better, like if it starts getting spread, like I want to perform. That's what I want to do with my life. I just need to figure out how, because I'm in college, I need an income, and performing probably isn't gonna do it right away, so I need to figure out what I'm doing with that. It's stressful. I'll figure it out at some point. So, yeah, I have plans for writing music in the future. Just know it'll be a while probably before my next album or EP, because I'm in a bad place for that right now. Like, I don't have a band, first of all. Second of all, I'm still doing this all by myself, and I don't know that much. And third of all, I'm scared to write music, but I really, really want to. So just know that there are plans for the future. So yeah, to finish off this video, I just wanted to say thank you if you've been listening to my music. Thank you for listening to my music. Thank you for streaming it on YouTube. Thank you for sharing it with your friends. Thank you for pre-ordering it if you have on Bandcamp. And if you want to support me, I don't know, I have to figure that out. Okay, so that's just about it. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. I'm gonna answer questions. Oh, and then if you 100%, if you're interested in starting a band, you can send me an ask or a message on Tumblr or on Twitter or on Instagram. All of that's below. Also, another thing is that hopefully in the future I will be starting to do more covers. I always say that. I always do, and then I never do. I uploaded Death of a Bachelor in November, and I haven't done one since, but I have been wanting to do some. I just need to figure out how. I have a plan for one of them, and I need to figure out how to like set it up so that I can like record it on video. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, and if you have suggestions of future videos I should make, please let me know. I always want to make YouTube videos, and I never do because I never feel like I'm interesting enough, or I never feel like I have anything interesting to say. So if you have suggestions, please leave them below. Yeah, I've made like 7 videos in like the past year, and then I've only uploaded like 2. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, I guess. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for following me. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking the like button. Thanks, homies. I never want to say that again. I'll see you next time.
There's a demon in my head, hair and nicknames painted red, tireless thoughts and evil men.